What's up, guys? We're here. Like I said, I'm literally still on Parasite. That's how you know, recorded right after each other. So, boom, 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 boom. Drum roll, please. The other mon that got retyped so far, from the old sheets, or not the old sheets, but the previous sheets, is Rapidash. Oh, hold on, let me fix this formatting thing. Yucky. There we go. So yeah, Rapidash, guys. Those of you who played Bear in Black might remember that Zebstrika was electric normal, and I actually originally had planned to keep it pure electric type and give it galvanize and all this cool stuff. And then I realized, also for those of you who are watching this and haven't watched the Parasite video, you don't have to. Maybe it might help if you watch the first 5 minutes of it, because I talk about the hiatus and the fact that I'll just quickly, basically I explain what I'm about to explain, but more in depth. But basically what I'll just say is I planned out every single Pokemon's types and abilities. Every single one. And that sounds not that bad, but it was not bad. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it took a lot of time and thinking, because I had to ensure that things did not outclass one another, things didn't overlap, things made sense, things were good enough, things were not too good, etc., etc. Which, and then you start to get into a lot of weird stuff, because a lot of mons are pretty fucking similar. So you got to really, do a lot of cool stuff to make them unique from one another. And Rapidash is no exception. So essentially, there was a lot of pure fires and there was a lot of pure electrics, and pure electric was the main issue with Zebstrika, and I felt weird making Zebstrika electric normal and then not Rapidash. And I also originally wanted to make Rapidash fire normal anyways. So the logic is just, number one, it's ROM hack. Number two, it's a great buff. You get a ghost type immunity, and ghost is one of the, if not the best offensive type in the game, because it has the least resistances in the game. So yeah, a lot of you guys might think, oh well, the best offensive type is whatever is the most super effective, or ground is the best super effective. English is hard. Ground is the best one because XYZ. Those are all compelling arguments, and I'm not gonna say I disagree, but what I will say is a lot of those things that you think are also because the moves are good of those types. So for example, fighting as close combat and ground as earthquake in vanilla games, those are very good, spammable, consistent, strong moves. In this game, those moves, every single type has consistent, strong moves on both physical and special sides of the spectrum. Every single type, more than a plethora. All right, there is no shortage. Even for psychic and fairy, they have plenty of physical moves now. Because I did it on purpose. So that's not really a factor anymore. And on paper, Ghost is the best. Yeah, you can think of types that are most super effective, but Ghost is the most spammable stat move, period. It is, and then Normal is the second most, probably. Or maybe not Normal, actually, because there's resistances there too. And an immunity. What am I saying? Yeah, basically, Ghost is unresisted by everything besides Dark. It has Ghost. One type resists Ghost, and one type is immune to Ghost. Everything else is neutral, and that is insane. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it's literally just dark and normal, which is excellent, truly excellent. It's just dark and normal. I'm not crazy. So, great. All right, it's a great type. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, stab. So stab is really important. Okay, you get a 1.5 booster free, and I would 100% trade my especially frail Pokemon. They're not actually frail. I mean, Ponyta is, but Rapidash isn't terribly frail, and actually get into speed boost bulky sets in a little bit. But I'm getting very ahead of myself. Point being, a normal type. Reason number one, logic is not. You can argue it's dumb and that the pure, there's like two sides. There's people who like the half normal types that Game Freak has been doing recently, and there's people who think it's fucking dumb that normal type should almost never be an additional type, unless it's a flying, and even there's even people who think that that's stupid. And I disagree strongly. I think normal is not only a great type, but it also makes sense, and I think a lot of quote unquote normal Pokemon have it. So Rapidash is just a fucking horse that's on fire, okay? And a lot of people like to point to a lot of so for example, what I would point to justify this is, besides it being a ROM hack and besides it being better, because I think people who are invested in the gameplay aspect and the mechanic aspect would be like, oh yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, but who cares, because it's much better, and it makes it unique from the other types. For example, with Zebstrika, the issue was there are already 3 other pure electrics with fucking galvanize, and we don't need more. It just wouldn't there's already a billion. It would literally have the same stats as Raichu. It's just, and Jolt, it's just not the same stats as Raichu, but slightly more bulk and slightly less special attack. Otherwise, and more attack, maybe more physical attack. But the point is, it's not any different. All right, nothing crazy, nothing impressive, really. It's just not impressive. It's good. but it just overlaps too much. It wouldn't be much differentiated from the other pure electrics. There's already a lot of those. That's actually probably one of the worst. When I planned out literally all the mons, like every single one, pure electric is the one that has the least differentiation between them. There is a good amount of overlap with like Electro, Jolteon, Raichu. It's funny those three are actually already done, but there's only a few more. I was considering sharing these decisions with like you guys, like having the sheet, or actually it's in my Discord server. It's a hidden channel that only me and some friends can access, and they were helping give me input and whatnot. But yeah, also very thankful for them because they keep me grounded. Otherwise, things would get a little hectic in terms of changes. Because I mean, they're already hectic, but that's what we like. So, anyways, yes, Choo Rapidash. So I literally promised it wouldn't be as rambly, and this one is turning out to be very rambly. So, point being, fire normal, great typing. You get an immunity, you gain a weakness, but you're not bulky, so who the fuck cares? Strong fighting moves were probably already one-shotting you anyways. You'll be like, I mean, unless you're running bulky sets, which are very valuable, as I'll get into in a second. Bulky sets are viable. So yeah, you're weak to fighting, but I still would any day take a fighting weakness, a 2x fighting weakness over. I would take a 2x fighting weakness in exchange for a ghost immunity on almost every Pokemon. And isn't to say that I'm gonna make every fucking pure type Pokemon part normal. That's stupid. But it fits. If you look here, I'll literally look up normal type Pokemon and show you guys. So you can get into some weird shit later on. So Grafaiai, Passimian should have been, in my opinion, and Passimian will be actually, because Oranguru is. So a lot of weird mons recently have been getting half normal, and I like it. I like it a lot, but a lot of people hate it. So previously, people have accepted that normal is also sound in Pokemon. So like, oh, why is Pyro part normal, or why is Metallica part normal? Because they're sound-based Pokemon. That is totally logical. But then you get into some weird stuff, you know, like Drampa. I mean, he doesn't really notoriously attack with a sound. Weird stuff, meaning I don't see logical issues with it. But people who are anti-part normal will hate these types of types. Of like, what is it? Or they'll be like, it's cool, but it doesn't make sense. Pyroar again, or one that I will say is dumb, and this actually is being changed. Spoiler: it's ground type, but because it fits more. But it is better. But like I said in the last bit, it's going to be hard for me to contain myself to just not talk about every other fucking Pokemon, because I have them all planned out now, and I'm really excited to get to them all. So putting a pin in that, but Heliolisk is really one of the only part normals that I think is dumb. Smoliv is weird on paper, but I think that Smoliv is only part normal because its evolutions will make more sense to be part normal. I'm assuming because it just makes oil, and oil is not normal type. Like that's fucking weird. So Smoliv is kind of weird, but I mean Smoliv's existence totally justifies Rapidash. Pyroar, you could argue, is sound because they have like the roar move, like Noble Roar and all that crap, but kind of a reach in my opinion. I think they are just mammals, generic, not generic, I mean generic in the sense that they are like regular looking mammals, just like how Rapidash is a fucking horse with fire on it, and Zebstrika is like literally just a zebra with like pointy bits, and Zebstrika is fucking cool, but that's why they are part normal. And again, ROM hack viability is important. Overlap is important. Nat Dex ROM hack with 721 mons in it, and I want to make all of them unique. So yeah, we're gonna have to make some stuff like normal type, part normal type on a few mons. Really, the only weird ones are gonna be those two. Not too many other weird ones, honestly. Yeah, probably not many more I can think of that would make people uncomfortable or think that's weird. Maybe Mienshao, but again, tons of pure fighting types. Anyways, look. Man, point being, if you have a problem with it after all of that explanation, I don't know what to tell you. I think if you still don't like it after that explanation, plus knowing what else is in the hack, like this hack just genuinely might not cater to what you are interested in, and that's totally valid, and you can go play something more up to your taste. But that is the typing, all right? And you get dual stab, and that is huge. Fire normal dual stab is good dual stab. Especially when you have ground and fighting type coverage. So, alongside with this, so a lot of you guys might have looked at the change guides, you know, the written change guides that I'm going to be putting the videos in here now for old mons, and you guys might have read the Rapidash one. You guys already know, well, I already know what Rapidash has. It's fire type and has a speed boost and competitive. Well, I actually changed competitive to reckless now that it has no part normal type, because now it gets stab on, now it has dual stab with reckless, which is much more beneficial for it, I think. So you get double edge boosted as well. And with reckless and 110 offenses, your only special recoil move is overheat, but so reckless Rapidash can run overheat, but special English, man. Special reckless Rapidash, Jesus, can run overheat. But yeah, double edge, great. 125 base power, drops defense half the time, 20% recoil, almost negated by Shell Bell healing. Very useful. Double edge, super strong. Flare Blitz, same thing, but with a good burn rate instead. So yeah, those two are reckless boosted, and then you have Blazing Assault, which is insanely powerful with reckless and 110 base attack. So that's really powerful. Well, the 20% boost seems small, but it's significant. You know, it makes a difference. And then you got other really cool recoil moves that are not stab. So you have those 3 for stab, those 4 rather. You have double edge, fire, English, God, double edge, overheat, flare blitz, and blazing assault for stab. Then for coverage and reckless moves, you have play rough, wild charge, takedown, rock climb, and head smash and headlong rush, and high jump kick is actually technically not a recoil move, but it is still reckless boosted because reckless is coded to have high jump kick and jump kick, aka dive bomb, or actually high jump kick, aka dive bomb, and high jump kick, aka jump kick. Point being, those 2 moves are reckless boosted despite not being recoil technically. So I mean, they are recoil moves, but they're not. They're honorary recoil moves. So yeah, Rapidash has a jump kick for reckless, which is great. This 130 base power, 20% boost. Rapidash has submission. I don't think I gave it submission though. Which submission fits fine, but there's not enough move slots for it, and it doesn't. You know, you got high jump kick, which is arguably better. Not really, but I mean, it serves the same purpose. That's for sure. Then you have really cool stuff like head smash and headlong rush, which is just so much better. You just have rock ground stab, reckless boosted coverage, and then you have rock climb, which is why did I go back to this? I meant to stay on this menu, please. You have rock climb, 110 base power recoil, and then you have takedown, play rough, and wild charge for coverage. Wild charge being one of the best, and then you also have these great coverage moves too. Takedown's also really important. So yeah, lots of great stuff there. So yeah, that's really fun with Rapidash, just really powerful. I mean, 125 base speed is incredibly fast without speed boost, but I will cover speed boost in just a couple of seconds. Other stab moves you have are good. You have extreme speed stab, which is excellent with bulky sets. You can run like a bulky SD killer set, like Extreme Killer Arceus, but it's fucking Rapidash. Which is, I mean, obviously, like tons of Mon has it. Tons of Mons have that now, so it's not anything like super special, but it's good. Very good nonetheless. And again, you can run totally max at bulk, or you can run max HP, max attack, speed boost sets as well, with max attack and max bulk, or max special attack and max bulk, and setup moves. And that's really, really nice. Also, speed boost plus Swords Dance is great. Speed boost plus finishing blow is great. So I guess I'll just talk about the speed boost viability now. Also, competitive is very good for Ponyta early game. Tons of things that drop stats in the mid 20s. All Pokemon get like stat dropping moves in the mid 20s, so you'll be running into those. You get plus 2 special attack from Intimidate, plus 2 special attack from other stuff. Very useful. Even early game with like Baby Doll and crap, you'll get a plus 2 special attack boost. So your lesser special attack stat is much more valuable now. In terms of special move pool, they don't have that much, but they have enough. So physical is good. You guys can see all the physical options here. I'm not even going to bother covering it all, but especially you're limited, but you still have good options. You have fire moves, obviously. You have Scorching Sands, which is 75 base power, ground type coverage. You have Hidden Power, technically. You have Weather Ball, which again can be used in the sand, rain, or hail to become coverage move for Rapidash, which is nice. And then you can run Solar Beam for coverage and Focus Blast for coverage. It's important. 85 base power, 85 accuracy, 130 base power is great. And then you have normal stab on the special side. So hyper. Oh, I have to add hyper voice because they're part normal. I almost forgot about that. Pretend hyper voice is here. I'll find a spot for it. Actually, I think I can just, let me just check if the spacing works if I just add on another slot there. A little squished, but it'll be fine. I can just stretch it out a little bit. I gotta add that. I'll add on the sheet right now, but I will add it in, like I will add it in the files after I, in the actual game files after I finish recording this and uploading it. Where does that go chronologically? That is the tutor move, so that is after lunch. Throw that right there. Sorry guys, I know I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I remembered to change a lot of Parasex moves, but I forgot, and I changed the Rapidash's level up, but I forgot that Hyper Voice is needed now for stab. I will figure out the symmetricality stuff. I'll probably just throw another move that fits somewhere to fit this, but anyways, or remove one, but ideally I wouldn't want to remove any of these. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, especially then you have Natural Gift, which becomes any type one-time use, so that's good for sweeping sets. You don't have much to boost special attack though, so again, special sets are niche, but they're good. I would say mixed sets are better, so you could run like Blast Burn with a physical set would be pretty cool, or like Overheat with a physical set with Reckless could be kind of cool. Or if you get like a plus special attack Rapidash, you can use mixed sets really well. So that's cool. That being said, I covered Reckless already, I covered Competitive, Speed Boost. Speed Boost is great. You might think they have so much speed, why do I need Speed Boost? The trained eye or the trained skill, I don't know, knowledgeable player would know that it's good, but let me give you a hypothetical. You are running a Rapidash, you have 125 base speed, you can run 0 speed EVs and a neutral speed nature, and after one turn, you're at 429 speed. That's a big deal, all right? That is a huge deal. You can have a minus speed nature Rapidash and still be extremely fast. You can have a minus speed nature. Where is the minus speed nature? The first one I see, Quiet Shore. You still in 385, and that's with 0 investment. You can always speed creep stuff. Say you're fighting a base 120 speed mon. Actually, I think 120 is lower than 385, but you know what I'm trying to say, all right? You can speed creep stuff. You can throw in 30 speed EVs with your infinite. Also, infinite ability capsules. I cover this in every change guide, but I'll briefly mention it every time because people aren't always going to watch every single one. So yeah, you can swap between the abilities. Is my point infinitely. So use that as you need. So good ability, man. Speed boost is great on it. With Swords Dance, it's great. With just bulky sets, like you can run like a charm, like you can run a bulky speed boost set, man. Hypnosis is really useful, 80% accuracy, guaranteed 2 turns of sleep. That's really useful. If you're faster than them, you're only going to be getting 1 full turn of setup, which is plenty because you can only use 1 Swords Dance anyways. A really cool thing that they have besides extreme speed and double edge for normal stab is a Skull Bash is fucking sick. I love Skull Bash. So what it does now is, so it's great for Hustle Pokemon because it gives you +1 accuracy and it cannot miss. So Hustle Pokemon won't miss any of their moves for the most part after they use it once, and they don't miss Skull Bash itself, which is great. But Rapidash does not have Hustle, although I did consider it, especially with the normal typing. I genuinely really did consider it. But I think Speed Boost is more fitting and cooler. Hustle fits a lot well though. Fits really well too though. So I probably won't change it though. I think Speed Boost is just more fitting, and also. Yeah. Also giving like I've been giving a lot of things Hustle, so I want to tone it down a little bit. Although I still have plenty of Hustle stuff in the planned learn sets. Also, this differentiates it. This differentiates it from Pyroar because with Hustle, it would be stronger than Pyroar physically, technically. I'm not gonna talk about those stats right now, but it's kind of one note in a weird sense. Meanwhile, Speed Boost is like, okay, this mon can run really bulky sets and be super fast, or this mon can run utility sets with Speed Boost and be really useful. So that has that over Pyroar, and also just is much faster naturally and has a different move pool than Pyroar, and also Reckless boosted stuff. So although Pyroar's abilities are getting ahead of myself, I actually probably will start briefly talking about the competition Pokemon, because that's a big deal. When you talk about these mons, it took me a long time to plan it all out, so I will be briefly touching on it, I guess. So its only competition is Pyroar. And of course, like, you know, pure fire types are similar, although none of them have Speed Boost, and none of them have Reckless. No, one of them, Darmanitan, will have Reckless, but point being, not too much competition there. Other cool stuff you can run, like I said, Skull Bash. So what Skull Bash does, it's super strong, 130 base power, stab move, normal type, and you will be getting a +1 attack. So you get +1 defense on the charge turn, or if you use Power Herb, you know you get the +1 defense. Then Power Herb instantly uses the move, and you get +1 attack and +1 accuracy. So you essentially have a coil. You basically get coil. Power Herb Skull Bash is coil plus 130 base power move. That's what it is. That's literally just what it is. And if you use normal Skull Bash, raw Skull Bash, is like what I like to call it, Chad Skull Bash, if you will, is fucking good too, because you get a defense boost on the first turn. So say you're running a max defense, max attack Rapidash with speed boost. You tuck your head in, you get a speed boost, you get a +1 defense. Whatever you're fighting maybe would be naturally slower than you, even with no investment, because you have a high space speed stat. If not, I don't know, maybe they're using a crappy move, or they're using taunt or something, I don't know. Or on a lead, for example, they might use taunt first turn. So they use taunt, you tuck your head in, get that +1 defense, you get a speed boost, you outspeed them the next turn, you KO them in one hit if it was the max attack and it's like a relatively frail or neutral hit, probably KO them in one hit or do a lot of damage. Then you get a +1 attack and a +1 accuracy. The accuracy is not super important for Rapidash, it's more important for Hustle Mons and Mons with a lot of low accuracy moves. However, it is good because it makes it so your high jump kick won't miss. It makes it so, which is probably the most important one. It makes, because you know if you miss that, you're fucked. It makes it so your Stone Edge and Mega Horn and Megaton kicks will not miss, and those are all very valuable coverage moves. And it makes it so Gunk Shot won't miss, and Hell Thrust and Headbutt, which only have 5% chances to miss, and Blaze Kick and Rock Slide all have 5% chances to miss, which is like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't worry about it. It's just, if it happens, it happens. But it's still nice. So the point being, coil, the coil boost has benefits. The accuracy is not useless, but again, the main benefit is just getting a bulk up boost for free, essentially. I mean, obviously, 2-turn move has its drawbacks, but the fact that you get the defense boost in the first turn is really viable. That's really fun. You can also use Finishing Blow into Skull Bash. So you can use like Skull Bash, Speed Boost, Finishing Blow. That's a great combo. So you can use Skull Bash on the first turn, get the defense boost, get +2 speed. So basically after 2 turns, you will, if you KO'd them on the second turn, let's say they taunt you, right? Then you KO them next turn. You would have +2 speed, +1 attack, +1 defense, +1 accuracy. Use Finishing Blow. Let's say your Skull Bash did 90% to them. Use Finishing Blow, finish them off. And now you have +4 attack, +1 defense, +1 accuracy, and +3 speed, and the third turn of speed boost. And now you're just, I mean, you can sweep as long as you have coverage for all of the Pokemon in front of you, and nothing has priority or sash or other ways to stop you, which there will probably be other ways to stop you, but not every battle. Not every battle. With 721 Mons, it's really hard to make everything not able to sweep. I mean, so that takes skill. So, you know, I'm kind of giving away the secret strategies here, because I doubt most people would have thought about using Skull Bash, raw Skull Bash into Finishing Blow with like a Focus Sash. Oh yeah, you can also use Sash Skull Bash. Although I don't know why you would do that over. I'm not sure why you would do that over Power Herb. I guess if you wanted to like Morning Sun bulky set, you could use Sash to like take a hit. That's some really like big brain shit though. But yeah, you could totally do that. Let's say, oh, their third Mon will one-shot me, so let me Morning Sun on the Mon that will lure it out and then be full HP and then use my Sash. You know, that's like big brain, high level nerd hardcore Nuzlocke bullshit. But point being, good stuff. All right. Also, I guess Skull Bash accuracy boost is cool with like Inferno, because it always burns even if it's not an attack boost, special attack boost. It's still pretty useful. So that's cool. Yeah, I think that's about it for them. Like I said, bulky sets are great. You can also use like Z Bounce for coverage, or just raw bounce, because AI never switches out, so who cares? It doesn't miss anymore. It's just 85 base power, or sorry, 75 base power. No missing, 30% para. Also, Raging Fury is nice if you want to do that with Skull Bash as well. But that also Flail. Flail is really strong. You also have higher power for coverage, 95 base power, no drawbacks, 30% flinch rate, no miss chance, nothing. Just slightly weaker Earthquake that is not affected by grassy terrain and is only given to Pokemon with hooves, or a couple of random exceptions like Mamoswine technically doesn't have hooves and Donphan technically doesn't have hooves, but like it works on them still. The animation shows a fucking horse like hoof on. That's why I have not given it to other Mons. For those of you who are curious, but excuse me. I think about covered everything. Like I said, bulky sets, Charm is really great. SD, max defense. You could even use like max defense, max HP with fucking E-Speed SD with speed boost. Actually, speed boost SD is a little redundant, but the point being, tons of great stuff here, right? Bulky sets with speed boost on a high base speed Mon is not redundant. The only Mon I would say that is redundant on is fucking Ninjask, which won't have it anymore. It will like sits on Scyther now, like I said in the Scyther video, if you watched that one. It just has cooler, better abilities for it. But if you have like 120, 130, even 140 speed with speed boost, it's useful. Though I guess Deoxys speed will have it, but that's just because like it's fucking Deoxys speed. You know, it just fits. And you can use that with Baton Pass in this case. Oh, did I not give? Does Rapidash get Baton? I don't think they do naturally. The only reason I would reach giving them Baton Pass is literally purely because if they got it normally, just they do not. Yeah, so I won't teach it. But that would be good. That would be very useful too, even though I actually nerfed Baton Pass to be negative priority, which is cool because it works like teleport for non-Baton Pass stuff, but it's also balanced because it makes speed passing less overpowered. Doesn't have Baton Pass though, so I don't need to talk about it anymore. Other stuff to make special sets more viable, you have Blazing Outburst, which is just a fucking nuke. I mean, literally Z move level power. 180 base power, -4 special attack, which is only -4 special attack is only a 2/3 drop. So your second hit is doing 120. What really? Oh, sorry. 60. Yeah, because this is so yeah, it's a 1/3. So you're doing 1/3 original damage after a Blazing Outburst. So 60. 180 plus 60 is 240 divided by 2. That's basically just 2 100% accurate 120 base power fire moves if you use it twice in a row, which is like amazing, you know, like that's just great. Obviously it's level 70 or 68 or whatever the fuck it is, but it's good. Makes special sets much more viable. With that, only mons that need those moves are getting them, or that really fit, like if they're like the penultimate fire mon, like elemental mons or whatever. Otherwise it's just like mons that need it, like Rapidash, you know, relatively, I mean it's not low, but you know, the abilities don't really help special. It doesn't have any special setup besides work up. So you got that there. Yeah, I think I covered about everything. Like I said, great coverage, especially on the physical side. You have really everything you'd need. Especially, it's a little rough, but I mean, you know, you work with what you got. It's still not bad. Like I said, bulky sets, Charm or Will-O-Wisp with speed boost and just pure bulk. You could even run like all HP, all defense. 75, 70, 70 bulk is not great, but it is good. With investment, it's solid. You can take hits decently enough. Believe that is about it. Yeah, like I said, Ponyta is good, fast, strong. Balls at level 30. It'll be totally viable until level 30. So you got stab, stomp, and tackle and shit early on. Nice, man. Nice stuff there. Yeah, I think that's about everything, y'all. Even early game, you can still sweep with like work up speed boost sets with max bulk. You know, literally from the second you catch it, you can do that, which is really cool. Morning Sun, Charm, bulky stuff. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. Hopefully this one's shorter, but probably not. Thanks for listening, y'all. Appreciate it very much. And now after this video, I can get back to new, or quote unquote new, although now I know what I'm doing with them all, so they would be much quicker, by the way. But they are going to be I'm starting with Jinx. All right, I'm moving up to quote unquote new mons again. So yeah, y'all, appreciate it for listening if you did this far. If not, again, no judgment. This is just for those who are interested. And I will see you guys in a little bit.